I think that you have free lanes where if you get an early lead, if your enemy misses a trade, if you can stack a big wave, you can dive. Not a fat wave, but we're going to try regardless.
Yeah, going to throw out an auto. Let's see whether this Cocoon is going to land. The Volatile Spiderling comes on forward. There's the repel just to get them out of the way. Loopy is really far forward, taking a lot of turret shots as Polo's like, I just want to go back to my friend.
They're waiting out the E.
Yeah, there we go. Cocoon going to get cleansed there immediately. The flash forward. Lucid picks up first blood. The juggling is gorgeous.
For free levels. And Lucid, he's like, I told you, this is what's going to happen.
Yep, and there are no summoners on this bottom side. And if it ain't broke, like, it's going to be easier this time. Like, this is insane. Cocoon is going to land. There it is. Repel comes up, and this is just so simple. Here for D plus key, it's beautifully orchestrated.
Additionally, what I really like is that there is no good solution here for Dominic.
The arrow is going to connect. There is a cleanse available, and Paranoia is going to come through to try and deter them as too far forward is Lucid, but does manage to go up into the sky. Tidal Wave is decent, but not a lot of damage is being done. Rahel standing his ground, holds the flash for so long as into the backline goes Poolbay, says welcome to the first day of challenges, Breon. We're going to make it very difficult for you. Nevermove has to get flashed. This team is a ridiculous team, Chronicler.
I know. Just to really hammer home to make sure
did it.
that your enemy team is
and
like,
the arrow hits. Vision of Empire comes down. Dove, he may have just baited himself. That flash. Oh my god, Thanatos, you monster. I feel like we're just fans. We're just fans now, not even play-by-playing anymore. Oh, that teleport might just be teleporting to their death. Okay, can we do some shenanigans? I don't think so. As into the sky goes Lucid, he pops down onto Doive. Decent spell shield there, but it doesn't really do too much. He flashes forward. Poolbay is the one that picks up the kill. Is now Ivory. Yeah, I'm sorry. You've just loaded into the wrong game of League of Legends, I think. Garmin is going to try and do what he can as Loopy might be the first death, and there it goes, the perfect game. Very unfortunate, just the one kill onto the support. His Vision of Empire not going to quite find Frim, but they still managed to get rid of Gamin, and Lucid is well and truly going to kill him. There it goes. Execution with the Spider Q.
The main thing to me is that, and this is something we see T1, for example, do, is that even though the setup wasn't perfect,
all right, hoping that they maybe have an opportunity. That is going to be the stopwatch now down for Rahel, who flashes to get himself out of the way, does die in the end, but can they win the team fight? Poolbay is just monstrous in this game, but 2 kills have gone down, just doing some Xante things. But still, it is only Polu that is left up and available. Sorry, no, Gamin's still there as well, but not for too much longer. Maybe I was just, it was a bit of a spoiler situation. As there we go. That is going to be the 4th kill of the team fight as Lucid's going to take down the inhib.
It's so unceremonious. He's trying to walk out alive, and Fenris is just like, throws 2 autos. Doesn't even need to use a scale. Takes a jungle camp as well. It's just,
yeah. Maybe Gnar is actually the best champion. Maybe I got it wrong.
I think Gnar is doing exactly what you want a Gnar to do, which is be neutral in lane, and then in team fights, I mean, he didn't need to have an impact, so I guess he's just kind of...
This Poolbay build, by the way, is just illegal. What is it, like 4th item, Demonic Embrace?
Maybe.
And then just never die.
I actually personally don't mind it, knowing that you have an Elise going for full damage as well. So like you stocking up on more magic damage kind of has diminishing returns, especially because you're rolling this team. You got plenty of damage. You don't also need to do anything. And as we see, within challengers, Poolbay and Bulldog were they were the Swain players. When Ari was really meta, within the context of challengers, Swain came forward as like one of the biggest counter picks.
Yep.
And both Poolbay and Bulldog, they just knew the champion so well in terms of like the limits, because Swain is one of those champions where you need to all in, right? You can't just sit and fish.
Yeah.
There's times where you need to pull the trigger, and they do it better than anyone else. And,
well, apart from the other guy that's on D+ Kia. Because I remember Showmaker playing Swain and hitting 7 never moves in a row.
Okay, well, comparing to up-and-coming challenger players to a mid laner that has been one of the top 4 mid laners is a world champion. Okay, sure, Atlas. He's good. You know what? I'll take that comparison. That's a win in and of itself.
But like, I think that we're seeing it a little bit from a lot of these players, is that a lot of the strengths and specialities coming through from the LCK roster does filter down a little bit towards the Challenger roster. As this arrow is going to connect, we'll see whether Paranoia is going to be enough to deter this team fight. I don't think it's going to be, as the tidal wave gets so much value, to be perfectly honest. Poolbay now wants to get over that wall if he can. That never moved, just incredible. As Dove is well and truly dead. Lucid might die as he flashes out of a canceling Chaos Storm, but no, he's going to be absolutely fine. That wallop was ridiculous. Made absolutely no sense. That hitbox. I would pause the game right now because I think that looked like it was completely out of range. Super amazing stuff. That's going to be the clean ace here for D plus Kia, and we're going to go to a game number 2 pretty quickly as it's 24 minutes in game number 1.
I took the liberty of
yeah,
voting.
Please. I was going to write it down after the second gank, but I think that was pretty obvious. They are going to be able to just, blow up the Nami as she was spawning, and that is going to be a dead Nexus. Just a masterclass. Gorgeous League of Legends out of D plus Kia. Wailing on Cassante all game, I guess.
Incredible. It goes for a complete masterclass. By Damwon Kia. This is a type of draft that has a very specific win condition, which is dive on early waves, either mid or bot. It was bot. They played it out flawlessly, both in terms of execution. You know, you can like nitpick and say maybe they wanted a couple more extra minions. Like, it doesn't matter. They had a very clear game plan, executed it perfectly, both in terms of macro execution as well as in terms of micro. Micro in particular, like some of the highlights, Thanatos finding some key moments on his null. Lucid goes without saying. Exceptional game from D plus Kia. For Bro, what you gonna do? And
there it is, the most obvious POG
he
ever.
Is, if this kid wasn't playing behind Canyon, he would have been called up.
I know, it's so sad, isn't it? Like,
I mean,
Lucid and Poolbay sitting behind Canyon and Showmaker, it's so not fair.
No, for D plus Kia, this is great, because if you ever do lose Showmaker and Canyon, you got round 2 coming right up.
I mean, I'd be nervous though, like, especially like if you think about if Canna has a season that isn't as good, or something like that, Thanatos could just be playing for D plus Kia, like straight up.
No,
with the new rules, with the amount of switching that can happen. That's why I think that like this year especially for starting a Challenger broadcast is so important, because we might just see these players next week, right? In the LCK. It could just happen. It's probably not going to, but we could.